Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, good morning, good morning, good morning. Here we are in Norbury, as usual, southwest London, situated between Streatham and Croydon, talking all about the UK property market. And once more, I just wanted to give a brief summary with some specifics around the new stamp duty rules, because the question's coming up again and again. And it's my belief that what Liz Truss has done in Kwasi Kwarteng here is they've set this stall out firmly behind property as a vehicle for getting the economy moving. And that has to be good news, because that will give people confidence to move forward with their transactions they're buying and selling. So I'm pleased about that. As far as the market's concerned, will we see further rate rises? Yeah, probably. And I'm not saying by any means that we're out of this kind of recession that we're in anytime soon. But I do think that the government has shown very firmly that they've set their stall behind UK property and investment in it. And that has to be a good thing for underpinning the market. But let's just go through what the new rules mean. First of all, if you're buying a property up to 250,000 in the UK now, there is no stamp duty to pay unless it's a second home, in which case you pay 3%. Between £250,001 and £925, you pay 5% if it's your only home and 8% if it's an additional home. That is, the additional 3% comes in if you're buying a second home. Now, first-time buyers, there's been some confusion around this because of the purchase price and the amount you're allowed to borrow, and it is rather confusing. So what the new rules say is that first-time buyers are exempt from paying stamp duty on the first £425,000 worth of its value, but also that first-time buyer can now buy a house up to £625,000, and they'll only pay stamp duty on the difference between the 425 and the 625. So that has to be good news if you're a first-time buyer and you're in London and you're buying something at the more expensive end. And generally, to be honest, it has to be good news for the market, because hopefully what it will do is it will bolster the bottom of the market. And that's so critical to the UK housing market, because if the confidence is there at the bottom, then that moves the transactions up the chain. So the flats then become more popular, and then people buy those flats sellers then buy the houses, and so on up the chain, all the way to the multi-million-pound houses. So it does have a very real impact, and we are pleased to see the new Chancellor and Prime Minister get behind property in the UK as a source of getting us out of this horrible situation we're in. And hopefully, if you look at actually swap rates as well, something I should say, this is not financial advice, but I should say that when you look at the 2-year rates and the 5-year rates, you'll see they're very similar. What that suggests to me is that we've got a couple of years of these high rates, and then after that, they'll start to ease off. Remains to be seen, but that's my gut feeling. And yes, I know it's tough out there, and it's going to get tougher before it gets easier. But there is light at the end of a very long tunnel, in my view. Apart from that, hope you're doing well. As far as the market's concerned, offers are still coming in. We're still very busy, really busy on lettings. Just can't get enough stock. Every time we get a new property on the market, it seems to get loads of viewings, particularly in the 2-bedroom house range. That's the one that seems the most popular right now. But if you've got property you're looking to rent out, could be a very good time for you. Or if you're considering it for the first time, we can talk you through it. It's not right for everybody. It's about not just what you have, it's about you, your personality, how you feel about it, whether you're going to worry about it. And all these things come into it. You know, what you don't want to do is buy a property or rent out your own property and buy another one on a let to buy basis, and then find that you're constantly stressed and worried about the one that you left behind. If you're that kind of person, it can be best just to sell and move forward. But that's a discussion we can have with you. We can explain how we can take most of the hassle and stress out of it, and you can have as little or as much involvement input wise into that letting and management as you wish. So give us a call if that's something you're considering. Apart from that, here in southwest London, it is grey, a little bit overcast. It's been raining this morning. We're just getting scaffolding down on our building at last from a roof repair that we just had a new roof put on the building, and be nice to see that out the way and the office reveal itself once more. But I hope you're having a good day. Look after yourselves, and if you can, your family and friends. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Ciao.